Hello, all you powerful beings of love and light. Welcome to your Pisces new moon reading. And this Pisces new moon is going to be at its fullest on March 2nd of 2022, around 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can calculate where that is in your time zone. And there is this wonderful beginning of this next cycle. You know, we have, of course, every 28 or 29 days, the new moon, full moon, always changing. The moon's always going every few days into a new sign. But there's this beautiful full moon, new moon cycle as well that happens around every 5 to 6 months. So the last full moon we had, which I'll show you this card here, was back on September 20th of last year. And you can see that it was talking about balancing spirituality and practicality. And that's the energy that we were having around that time. Taking practical steps towards our dreams and towards our goals, trusting our intuition. And with like the full moon, when it's its fullest, immediately the light starts to leave the full moon, and that's the energy that was happening too, is there was these endings, or at least the beginning of endings, as the light began to leave the full moon. And so this whole 6-month period has been about that journey, and also a time of diving deep into our emotions, because Pisces, you know, they're the fish. They dive deep into that water, into that emotional waters that we are. So these last 6 months, there's been a lot of that energy going on, and we are ready for this new moon in Pisces to come around. Another beautiful card, and you can see here it says, attune to the divine. So the energy that's coming around this new moon in Pisces is about connecting to your higher self. And whereas before it was all these practical steps and making sure you're doing all the work, now we're going into this beautiful flow where it's asking us just to slip into that flow of life, flow along with our dreams, embrace what is going on. And when we do that, when we connect to our higher self and just go with that flow, then we want what is happening in our life. And what is happening in our life is what we want. We don't get so attached to the outcomes of the future or reflecting on all the mistakes and the should-haves of the past. We get to really embrace this moment, and in connecting and staying in tune with our higher self, it just allows us to be further on our way to feeling blissfully happy and in tune with our dreams. So I am going to have a separate card reading for each zodiac sign, and we're going to dig in more into this dream and this flow of life and what the Creator wants you to know and how you can use this Pisces new moon energy. So we're jumping into your reading right now. Right on, my Scorpios, this is your Pisces new moon reading, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the High Vibe deck and just see what the Creator wants you to know around this Pisces new moon. All right, we'll try that one more time here. There we go, perfect. All right, so for our Scorpios, there we go. Didn't even need to finish my sentence. And you got the beep, buzz. And this says, bring awareness to your day. Every time you hear a beep or buzz from your phone or computer, take a conscious breath. I love that card because it reminds me when I was first learning in my spiritual journey, and I would get so distracted so quickly and easily back into all the chaos and the storm of the outside world. I actually created a vibrating alarm on my phone from like every hour from like after I woke up till I was about to go to bed, that just said breathe or come back to now, come back to the moment. And it helps because when we can get so distracted and pulled out into the world by the bright and shiny things and the things that are demanding our attention and the urgency of things, and just coming back at my phone would beep. In fact, I just told a friend of mine about this recently, and every time I'm out with her, she has it, and she's like, why is my phone? Oh, breathe. And we both breathe. And so it's beautiful because it brings you back to the awareness of your higher self in the moment and the love in the moment too. So I love that they brought that. And we're also going to pull cards from these black tarot. And these are going to be messages from your shadow, which is your tour guide in this amusement park of fear that we're on. And it's like the subconscious messages, the unknown that's going on, everything that we go through in life, it brings things up to us, and we either bring it into our face or we push it down into our subconscious, because it has to go somewhere. It just doesn't disappear. So these messages are these beautiful messages of truth that our shadow wants to bring up for us, that are still running behind the scenes. They're just programs that have been minimized, that we don't see them, but they're still running and impacting us. So those are going to be the messages from our shadows here. All right, so for all of our Scorpios, what would you like them to know, please? There's one. What else? Okay, and these two. And then we're also going to pull from the Sun and Moon Tarot. These will be messages from the higher realm, so the Creator and Spirit and your angels and your spirit guides and your loved ones on the side, all those beings of unconditional love and light. Okay. What would you like them to know, please? Okay. So those came out fast and furious, so let me just line these up. And we will start with this message from your shadow, and you've got the Eight of Wands. So there are beautiful, beautiful messages coming to you from Spirit around these Pisces new moon. Wands are your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion, but it's also your spirit and your spiritual energy and the spirit realm. And wands are about this fast-moving energy coming in. But I really feel, especially with this, bringing awareness to your day, that as you focus on more of being reminded and come back to the moment and focusing on that upper, higher vibrational energy, which is purposely focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. That's the vibration at which Spirit speaks. So with this awareness, this beeping and this buzzing, it's like these messages that you're getting. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Be aware, be aware, be aware of them. And they're going to be bringing these messages everywhere, like out in your external physical world. You're going to have thoughts just dropping into your mind and emotional messages just dropping into your heart. So this awareness is huge for you during this period. And they want me to do these three first, and then we'll do these others. Yeah, so you have the Eight of Wands, and then you have the Eight of Cups. And this is about leaving behind those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you, those emotions that no longer serve you, those emotional messages. And so you've got two eights here. Eights are like your wisdom. It's this moving to the next step. It's like moving from an apprentice to a master. And so with the cups, this is like this emotional awareness that you're having around this. This Eight of Wands is about this energetic awareness that you're having come around with all this coming back to the moment. So you really are like moving to another level because of this specific intentional attention that you're bringing here. Yeah, because here you have the Chariot. And the Chariot here, you can sit up on the hill here. This is all about your power of choice, your ability to understand what it is that you are choosing in each moment, right? Because it doesn't matter what situation comes our way. When you realize that you hold the power of choice, your free will, that no matter what fated event comes into your life, you are the one that gets to choose the story that you apply to that, or what emotion you are going to feel during that. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like a choice because, we were given so many opinions of supposed to be's and should be's. So like we're told that when this happens, this is what it means. And when this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. So we're so reinforced by those things that as they happen and we choose that, it becomes our habit and then it becomes our reaction. And so it happens so fast, it doesn't feel like we're making a choice. But if we slow down and we keep coming back moment to moment, take deep breaths during those times, we can come back out of that fight or flight and that reactionary mode, and we can pause and choose differently. We can choose a different story that we're applying to this situation. We can choose a different emotion that we're going to feel during that situation. And so that's what really this subconscious message is here is, yes, we're nudging you to be aware of the energy you're choosing in the moment, the emotions you're choosing in the moment, and realizing the power that you have. And then your spiritual posse on the other side wants you to know, the Four of Swords. So yeah, you get to have a truce. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities, your expectations. So it's all your mentalness that's going on. And the Three of Swords is the expectations card. It is all those things like we're talking about, those supposed to's and shoulds and need to's, those popular opinions of what everyone has told you something should mean and how you should feel. But the Four of Swords is about peace of mind. You have this truce where you're not giving in to all those expectations of the way things are supposed to be. You actually, one of these swords out of the four, the other three are expectations. The other one is the Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to your capital T truths of the spiritual world, but allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that are no longer serving you, because you've been through all this darker energy and these darker emotions and all those expectations and all that pain. Usually the Three of Swords will have like a heart with 3 swords stuck in it. So it represents disappointment and the feeling of having maybe a broken heart, which is, our heart can never be broken, but it's that piercing of it when we go into fight or flight mode, when we get shocked and scared. And the Four of Swords is helping you come to this calm place. And especially when you have this mentalness that brings you back to the moment, brings you back from that being out in the fray of all those expectations and that fear, it helps bring this calmness for you. So you do have peace of mind. Yeah, well, perfect. So you have the Queen of Swords. She is wielding that Ace of Swords there. So she is definitely this mentalness that it's bringing in here for you, because she helps with that calming. She is able to use that sword to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. Swords brings a lot of air energy, so it's a lot of mentalness going on, a lot of mental clarity that's coming, and mental messages that come in. But all of the queens also bring in water energy, which is the emotions, which is how we connect to the other side, how we look higher to those capital T truths. So she is bringing in this gut feeling and this balance between heart and mind for you as well. And then you have the High Priestess. So total water energy, total connecting to the Pisces new moon here. And usually this is like it represents a lot of the water signs, which the Pisces new moon totally is. And Scorpios, you are water signs, so you totally know about this High Priest and connecting to that beautiful, beautiful moon energy. And there's actually a full moon on this Eight of Cups too. So it's about stepping away, like this beeping and this buzzing. The High Priestess steps away and goes into her temple. And she's able to look into the subconscious, to look into the unknown, to connect to the spiritual realm and get those messages and understand these capital T truths and all this wisdom that you're gleaning with those eights as well. So definitely there's this indication here to take deep breaths, to consciously connect to the other realm, to the higher vibe of the higher realms, with focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. Those things will help you connect. And with this being a number 2 as well, being nudged to let you know that I do have this free new series that started at the beginning of the year called You Times 2, which I'll have linked in one of the corners here at the end of the video. And it is about understanding the two of you that are experiencing this life. Your, human self that's ignited by that fight or flight, and the actor behind the character, which is our higher self, the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So if you want to check that out, if that resonates, then this is what's nudging me to tell you about that. Then your final card, you got Queen, High Priestess, and a Queen. Queen of Wands. So this Wands energy here, you definitely have this passion and this drive and this beautiful connection. Again, the Queen not only has the spiritual energy and the drive and the passion, she has that water energy. So you definitely have this reinforced connecting to the higher realms, because she has the fire that gives you the drive to move forward and the drive to move beyond where you have been here. But it's also about connecting to that much higher place where you do find this beautiful energy. Because the Queen of Wands, she brings that beautiful connection like the High Priestess to the other side, where she doesn't feel she's at risk in making movement and making changes in her life. Because the cat on here, the other royalty of the wand suit, they all have like a lizard of some sort, like a salamander, that helps protect them from the heat of the passion and the heat of the, taking risk and taking action on their passions. But because the Queen of Wands has that water energy, she has that familiar, she has that connection to the spiritual realm, and she feels like she has that guidance where she doesn't feel like she's taking a risk at all. So all three of these have that beautiful connection to the higher realms, and helps balance the mind and helps balance your passions. But really, this is about taking time away, taking time every hour, even, like I said, setting an alarm that brings you back to this moment over and over again, so that you can connect to the higher realm, and it allows you to see your life in a completely different way, and allows you to hear the messages in the moments that you would have missed because you were so engaged out there in the chaos of the outside world. Also allows you to feel differently and approach things differently and make these different choices as well. So I love this. I'm going to leave the reading there. Do, of course, let you know, in addition to these new moon readings, I do full moon, I do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly readings by each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc. So if you don't want to miss out on any of the videos I put out and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click that like button, also click on that subscribe button, that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, you can select all to be notified of all videos, only ones that come out. Also, doing that helps spread the love, because when you like a video or share a video or subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm absolutely giddy. It's happy. It wants to share the videos with others as well. So if you want to do any of that, of course, I am very grateful for that. And these are general readings. If you want to have even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below. Scorpios, just know as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing new moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you take care.